You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. Corrupted foes are dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. Target located. Bring them in. The capture target has vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back alive. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno. Heavy robotic signature detected. Lock and load. Well done, Tenno. Your relic is opened. Another job well executed.
It can be tough as a kid. All sorts
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Looks like heavy activity ahead. Corrupted foes are dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno. The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside. I am pleased with your performance. You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. Void Fishers. You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? You are near a fissure. Defeat the corrupted and use their reactant to open a relic. You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors. Keep fighting. Look for more reactant. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The capture target has vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back alive. Target located. Bring them in. Excellent work. We'll interrogate the captive back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno. Well done, Tenno. Your path is opened. Another job well executed. You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You are going to need more reactant if you want to open that relic. We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly. Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno. We've got robots inbound. It. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Tenno, may I extend an invitation to you? My latest collection of choice items from the Void is now available for viewing. Browsing is always free. How fortunate for you. Come again.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Broken. Well done. Now get to extraction. Another job well executed.
It can be tough as a kid.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and...
Cut down the...
and make the Lotus proud.
Your mission is to break into enemy data vaults and steal any intelligence files you find. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The enemy would rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands. Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You got it. The data is still intact. The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. Watch yourself. Grenier are on the way. We're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Alarms! Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry. Data integrity verified. Retrieval was successful. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno. The enemy is at our doorstep. You must defend our equipment until reinforcements arrive. Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery. Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home. Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive. Extraction is ready, unless you can handle more of the enemy. That's the last of them. Objective is secure. Let's go home. Target located. Bring them in. We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno. Watch yourself. Grenier are on the way. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno. Life support on the way. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Get ready for a capsule. Another life support capsule. raid is off to a successful start. When you are ready, go to extraction. longer you fight, the more successful we will be. Another job well executed. There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction. Another job well executed. Grenier researcher Tyle Reger has made alarming strides in the field of gene repair. His work would not only reverse centuries of deterioration due to excessive cloning, but also allow for stronger and deadlier genetic molds. Eliminate Regor and put a stop to his work. Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
You had me anxious, Tenno. Nervous. Pacing even. Didn't think you'd come. Such a relief. I'll finally get the chance to hurt you. I'm very excited now. The anticipation. Ooh, I always learn so much from live dissection. Dissection? No. That sounds too humane. Your death will be painful. Gonna pull this ocean down on us if I have to! Would you look at you? Worthless, ugly freaks! Nowhere left to hide. Nowhere left to run. This is for the tube men!
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
The wait is over, Tenno. Baron Keetir has arrived. What a pleasant surprise. Perhaps there's hope for you after all.
destroyed the Orokin. Your way of life. Whom do you hunt, Shadow, to cleanse or to spare their blood? Tenno. Sever their heads, yet they rise again. Someone has hidden the Tenno essence, their truth from you. Lotus. I know where she hides the Tenno heart. A womb in the sky, forbidden to my kind, but where you will take me. I am Anhao, sentient destroyer of worlds. By your hand, expose their heart. By my edge, leave it beating from its nest.
The sentient Hunhao has grown strong again, and his thoughts have invaded my own. Worse still, he has enlisted the Stalker to find the reservoir, a weak point of all Tenno, a place I hid long ago. I fear the Stalker is on the cusp of finding this place. Do not let this happen. The Grineer's excavations have disturbed Hunhow's tomb. They've awakened something evil, bent on Tenno destruction. Infiltrate the Grineer systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker. The Grineer expedition has uncovered pieces of Hunhow, fragments of his body. For Hunhow, every part of him is connected to a singular mind. Is this how he's invading my mind? The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete. This data vault has already been raided. The data is damaged, but there could be a message here. I need another data sample to piece it together.
The Tenno Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them, Hunhow.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
The Grineer's excavations have disturbed Hunhow's tomb. They've awakened something evil, bent on Tenno destruction. Infiltrate the Grineer systems to find out what they know. It may lead us to the Stalker. The Grineer expedition has uncovered pieces of Hunhow, fragments of his body. For Hunhow, every part of him is connected to his singular mind. Is this how he's invading my mind? The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Alarms! Data destruction is imminent. You need to hurry. data vault has already been raided. The data is damaged, but there could be a message here. I need another data sample to piece it together.
The Tenno Hive has corrupted your precepts. With love, I will destroy them and make you right again.
You will never find them, Hun Hao.
But I see your mind. I already have found them. You owe me their lives.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete. That's what I was looking for. I can decode the rest of the message. This is bizarre. It's for me. I need a moment to contact this person, get to extraction. Another job well executed. Hun Hao is listening. I will be discreet. The message you uncovered was an offer to help us. I do not trust the person who wrote it, but we are out of options.
Hello, Tenno. Are you surprised? Why? You know I've always had my ear to the kennel. Those dogs don't have a clue what kind of bone they dug up. But I do. Shall I show you? Don't worry. You can trust me. This time.
Queens?
Listen, Tenno, you're near the dig site. Of course I could just tell you where it is, but what fun would that be? So keep your eyes peeled. If you have eyes, that is. Yes, getting warmer. Warmer. That's it. You must smell the prize, because I know you can't see it. Can you see it? It's right there. getting colder. You're right on top of it now. Are these the bones you're looking for, Lotus?
Yes, this is it. A fragment of my father, destroyed in the old war. I can use it to see him. I see the stalker stronger, Hunhow's voice within him. I see the reservoir, but I feel confusion. He doesn't know unless... Oh no.
Thank you, daughter. Fear has baited you to the snare. What was secret is now known. Your Tenno, their touch. I now see the womb of the sky. My shadow now walks the path.
What have I done? Get out of there, Tenno.
Yes, hurry, Tenno. But be careful. Last time you got close with the sentients, you wiped out an entire civilization. But you don't remember that, do you? Tell me, Lotus, what is this reservoir? Some hidden Tenno weakness?
Goodbye, Alid. You've earned your favor. We'll take it from here.
Don't think so. I'm here to protect my investment. If that thing manages to destroy the Tenno, then where does my investment go? Now then, where is he?
When you connected to Hunhouse Fragment, Hunhouse saw a path to the reservoir that led through here. He cannot reach it alone. He needs the Stalker to do it for him.
A void gate. These things never made sense to me. You're smart, Tenno. You'll figure out how to open it again, won't you?
This needle pierces the sky. Nata, will we find the Tenno heart within? These puppets will not stop me. I will attack in many forms.
Impressive. These sentient fighters appear to adapt to damage. I'd love to crack one open and see what makes it tick.
The sentient has adapted to your damage. Surprise them with something new. Incredible. The Stalker has built void keys. Use this one to reopen the portal before more sentient fighters come. The void is poison to them. Cross the threshold. Go now. The sentients cannot follow.
Oh, don't you just hate that feeling? Makes my stomach flip. Let's see where you've landed. Find a nav console. Sweet prophet, the moon exists. It was in the void all along. I knew the Lotus was powerful, but this, she erased history. We thought it was destroyed all this time. My, Lotus, you make a fine villain.
And the reservoir with it. Very clever, Nata. Shadow, your path is clear.
Hunhouse found it. The reservoir, hidden in the void. A place sentients can never reach. We must do everything to keep it there. It's the only way to keep the Tenno's power alive.
Found the reservoir? As unpleasant as our past is, I have to ask. I've seen inside a Tenno, yes, and what I found didn't make sense. Does this reservoir conceal some great deception?
Everything I have done was done to protect them. The void is forbidden to the sentients. It's our only protection against them destroying the Tenno. Do not let Alad distract you from your mission.
Oh, they don't know the truth either, do they? How sweet. The betrayers get what they deserve. Lies from their omnipotent mother.
I have detected a ship leaving the tower. It's the Stalker. He's on his way to the moon. You need to find a way to get off this tower and onto the moon.
It seems to me that this tower is dedicated to masking the moon's location in the void, yes. Why not disable the mask so that claptrap orders can pick them up? Or is that too complicated for you? That's it, Tenno. Shut down this power grid so that your mouthpiece orders can lock onto your location in the void.
Keep talking, Orokin called Alad V. Your silence soon comes.
Come now, Tenno. Even a child could figure this system out.
Did it. The void mask is crumbling.
Operator? How did you get through to me? Don't worry, Ordis is on his way now, preparing for extraction.
The sky will be as it was meant. The shadow returns the moon. The reservoir swells with Tenno blood. The old war finally ends.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
The moon. Somehow, Ordis actually remembers the last time I was here. Concern for the operator is at critical levels.
The suspense is killing me. Lotus, you have to tell us your secret. Hey, don't cut me off.
Within the moon lies the reservoir, the secret to your Tenno power. But the secret is dangerous. It drove the Stalker to madness. Forgive my deception. I was only trying to protect you from the same fate. Now, it is time to protect yourselves by ensuring the moon remains within the safety of the void. The Stalker is heading toward the Void control room. Track the...
Collapse the void, Shadow, so that my fragments may attack. The Tenno hearts will beat their last.
No! If the Void is collapsed, the reservoir will be destroyed, and you and the rest of the Tenno will be lost. Get to the Void control room and stop the Stalker.
Hiding the moon in the void. Quite the magic trick, Lotus. But Tenno, you must be asking yourself, where is this heart, if not in my chest?
It is done.
The moon will be crushed by the weight of the void. The sky will be as it should be.
Void collapse. Oh no. It would be such a shame to lose the moon so soon after finding it. Of course, you could just put it back in its rightful place, couldn't you, Lotus?
I didn't want to have to do this, but the collapse is imminent. If the reservoir is to survive, we need to pull the moon out of the void. Here, help me disrupt the void compasses to reorient the moon.
Your sentence is death.
There are 3 void compasses that steer the moon within the void. I will disconnect them from the central system to gain control. Supply them with power from your shields while I finish my task.
Nata, you trust this Oregon blood? Chisel weapons from our bones.
Your Tenno powers are useless.
You cannot stop the inevitable.
Keep moving. Another compass needs your shield's power. The next compass needs power. The void compasses are all disrupted, but there is one more step. Get to the pendula. Hurry.
What was that?
Oregon, the noise you make will cease now and forever.
Uh-oh, Hanhau's found me. Sorry I can't stick around to see how this all ends, but I've got to save my own skin. Don't forget our deal, Lotus.
These pendula keep the moon stable in the void. Power them down. Security eye. Watch out. The security eye just destroyed a pendula. Try and trick it into taking out the rest. That's it. The eye is taking out the pendula. Keep it up. Last one. It's done. The moon is falling out of the void. Hold on, this will not be a smooth ride. Get to extraction as quickly as possible.
What they need, Margulis, is to be destroyed. They're devils from that hell, not human anymore.
No, Wallace, no more destruction. We could heal them. Maybe they're meant to save us.
How can you defend these devils, Margulis, after what they've done to you?
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. They won't hurt anyone. I just need more time.
Hush, my wilted love. I cannot protect you. Tomorrow you must renounce the service.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno. The moon is back in normal space, but the reservoir is in more danger than ever. Hunhao will send his fighters, and the Stalker... We saved the moon from a void collapse, but Hunhao can now attack the reservoir directly. He must not reach this sacred place.
Shadow, bleed the reservoir until it is desert dry.
This will stop the voices from taking hold. You will have to dream, my angel.
So shame on you! You Orican! So perfect on the outside, but you're rotted through and through!
7 hands raised. For your apostasy, the judgment is death. Margulis, why? It's about the other rejects we consigned to Lua a few years ago. They're calling it transference. I know we are desperate, Executor, but these aren't Dak soldiers. These are golems possessed by devil minds.
Dream. Not of what you are, but of what you want to be.
Hesitate, Shadow, but remember your despair. This is your only chance to make it end. hatred is too weak, Shadow. Mine is strong. My fragments will finish this.
Tenno. Operator. You're awake now, but you're more vulnerable than ever. Get back to your ship, now. You need to focus your mind to unleash your true power. I don't know how much time you have. Descend into the heart of your orbiter. There you will find the somatic link. Stalker! How? Get past him. Get to the link. Focus, Tenno. Use your energy to breathe life into the somatic link.
I am your reckoning.
Again, it needs more power.
You shall not leave this place.
One more time.
No self, no sense, no death. Just a metal puppet dangling on Tenno strings. Only the Tenno's death will end your despair. All your dread-long life, you've waited for this moment. But you're asking yourself, was I one of these wretched things? You know the answer. You still hate them. You still hate yourself. What is this?
Now we fight on two fronts, my child. The war without, and the war within.
A normal kid with a normal... whatever the answer is.
When I think of the things too old to cry and too young to die. When I think of the things I used to be afraid of, I almost feel sorry for them.
My child, so beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
I'm confused. I thought I was...
I know. Forgive me. This is who you really are, a Tenno. More than human, but once a child like any other. What do you remember?
A jumble of words, numbers. I must have known everything about Tao. Our teacher loved when I corrected her.
Memories. From your time aboard the Zariman 10-0, before the void jump accident. It was years before the ship was recovered. It was drifting dead in space. All her crew gone, except the children.
I didn't want to live anymore. I felt guilty that I was alive. But we could do things, extraordinary things. Maybe there was a reason we survived.
You were so brave, but the Orokin were afraid of you. The void had changed you, and you couldn't control it. No one could. They were about to destroy the orphans of 10-0, but Margulis, she loved you. She found a way.
In dreams, we could control it, focus it. So she made the pots, her favorite flower. She said sometimes something beautiful can grow out of something ugly.
The Orokin murdered Margulis, used her work to create transference. Your mind projected into a surrogate strong enough to withstand your power. It felt like waking up, but it was just a lucid second dream.
It was a shadow underneath what we did, and sensation of being a victim, of being helpless. I took up the sword to protect those in need.
And so you became Tenno, serving the Orokin, but bound by honor. As the Tenno grew, they founded great schools, the Tenno ways. Do you see yours?
I see a cloud, a gathering storm, the Madurai way. Our path was to engage the enemy, to sweep across our foes before they had a chance to steel themselves.
Madurai will be your focus. But we have so much more to do. Here in the Orbiter, transference will be even stronger. Command the Warframes. Make whole the shattered world you've been given. Are you ready, Tenno?
Yes, Lotus, I am.
Messages in your inbox, operator. They are not as encrypted as they should be. All mods accounted for, operator. I have not taken any. Otis finds it odd that humans only get a few years to live, yet spend most of that time
doing everything wrong,
learning how to live.
Это бойте! Потемне!
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures.
Move and strike. We have to win this. That was a close one.
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data before the data destruction is complete. They destroyed the data. This must not happen again with the next vault. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors. You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms. The data we retrieved will have to suffice. Get to extraction. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno. The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy. Recent innovations in Corpus Robotics have led to a surge in production. Their newest animal-like proxy is an unrelenting hunter. Codenamed Hyena, this robot is designed to work in packs. Use caution. The Hyena pack will work together to try and take you down. Walkers incoming. You've located the VIP. Time to go to work. Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Online. Crew. Dax. My crew is gone. Tenno. You will do. Awaiting dry dock integration.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Be on guard for the Ancients!
Reinforcements available. Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting? We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate. The VIP that we're hunting is here. Find them and take them out. It was difficult to locate the source vector of this sector's infestation, but you are finally here. Be wary. The creature has grown unfathomably strong through centuries of absorbing matter and self-replication. That was a juggernaut. They were lured out by the death of infested. Lay low and it should go away, or amp up the fight to draw it out. The juggernaut has moved on. It's safe to proceed. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Multiple targets ahead. Nice work taking down the VIP. Now get to extraction. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
This is not how I would have chosen to welcome a colleague, but embarrassment is a luxury I discarded long ago. Frankly, my daughter is an entitled self-pitying whelp, my son an arrogant upstart, and my husband a mealy-mouthed relic of his old self. Every last one of them has let me down. You may find them useful. I barely find them tolerable. If I can count upon your loyalty, we will work well together. I intend to tame this place, and you can help me. There is so much to be done here on Deimos. moon requires a curious mind and a firm hand. Over the years, many expeditions of both Grineer and Corpus have become trapped on Deimos. Caches of resources left behind by the survivors still dot the surface. See what you can find and bring back. Lloyd will show you where to look.
Scan logs have registered a substantial cache of lost resources in this area.
Time to make some new friends. Best brush your teeth. Wait, do you even have teeth?
Proximity alert. Multiple infested aggressors. Secure the area to continue with cache reclamation mission. Protect the immediate area from incursion.
Oh boy, I think he made them mad. There's a bunch more coming!
You have eliminated more than half of them. Keep it up!
Oh, tough luck. You can't finish the mission now, so there'll be no cake for anyone. Frowny face.
You are here to assist. So be it. Let's see what you're made of. The infestation is a marvel in its own way, an endless fountain of ever-changing flesh, bone, and gristle. A particularly murderous specimen has been reported assaulting other teams. Would you be so kind as to find it and put an end to it?
Warning. You are now in the region indicated in the reports of a, quote, murderous, unquote, infested. Caution.
Oh, I can't wait to meet our new Mr. Mighty Scrappykins!
Please keep the established perimeter secure. Thank you. The infested appear to see this as a territorial dispute. They are not backing down.
Chip, you're halfway through them!
Carnage comprehensively complete. Additional incentives/rewards have been authorized. Well done, Tenno.
Oh man, you made that look easy. They won't be back anytime soon.
You will need to create a killing zone. Activate local excavators to clear yourself some room to maneuver.
Hey, there's a ton of resources buried around here. I'm calling in the diggers!
Still has some growing to do. just in time. Stasis will arrest the spread of the infestation for now. Bring the stricken beast to me, and we can discuss how to proceed.
An excavator has lost power. Reinitiate it with a locally procured power source.
Fully grown.
Okie dokie, that fixed it. It's working again now.
I appreciate how much your kind enjoy bathing in spilled ichor and viscera, but I specifically asked for the life form to be sedated.
An excavator reports. Mining sequence complete. Excavation of site complete. An excellent haul. Excellent work, Tenno. With the ground well prepared, we can now proceed to the next step. There is a strong possibility the target can be lured here with the correct bait. Locate the relevant ingredients to proceed. In order to proceed, you will now need to gather materials.
Good work. That tranquilizer will stop the infestation in its tracks. Bring the specimen to me, and we can decide what happens next.
We are now ready to begin the bait infusion. Move to the vessel to proceed. This will draw more infested. Dispatch them while they are close to the vessel in order to complete the bait. Successfully deployed. The desired target is approaching. Eliminate it to fulfill mission parameters. Target eliminated. Congratulations on a job well done.
The cephalons tell me the infested specimen was located and slain. A small victory, but victory nonetheless.
You make sure you stay safe and snug, dear. Wrap up well. It's a thief and a liar is Deimos. Steals over girls and boys and cephalons too like a nasty fog until all the bright lights in your memory are quite blotted out. That's why they're like that, you see. So much forgotten. Oh, but we mustn't cry over it. Never that. Help me bring them back, would you, dear? Remember how it's done? Pinch of this, dab of that, mend a kettle, mend a heart, and it's all one. Go on, dear. May you have much joy of it. I'll be right here, gathering dust.
Together. Perhaps. If that concludes our business, I shall bid you farewell.
This would be where I showed you my birthright of ancestral fish, but... well, you've already met my charming brother. Some remnants of the original genetic matrix appear to have survived in the exocrine, though the infestation is steadily claiming them. If you can catch any and bring them to me, I'd appreciate it. We can salvage anything useful. I can't undo what he did, but I won't let him have the last word. Are you thinking of doing some fishing in the exocrine? Be careful with the first incision. One clumsy moment can wreck everything. You wouldn't think you could fit... Until next time.
My family may choose to live in witless denial of our condition, but I accept it. Deimos is my mistress, whether I chose her or not. Her bitter kisses fester in my veins. Witness, Tenno, we are truly become one flesh. I crave to understand her for myself. Whatever you need to provide me samples of her processes and function, wildlife, I will provide. But if I am to understand them, I require them intact. You sedate them. I shall arrange retrieval. You shall be rewarded. You'll notice the life forms of Deimos are constantly ripping chunks out of one another. If you happen across a Predacite or a Vulpophyla, done. See you around. I have the honor of a name. Oh, hey. Mm-hmm. I shall languish in weary solitude until you return.
You must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative. Set off the alarms and keep the infested busy. The infested are releasing toxic spores into the area. The emergency life support I am delivering is your only chance for survival. For a capsule. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Life support incoming. Delivered another life support capsule. operative has just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work. Extraction is available if you need it. Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno. The infested are releasing toxic spores into the area. The emergency life support I am delivering is your only chance for survival. Tenno, prepare for life support. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Life support on the way. Another life support capsule is now available. Operative has just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work. When you are ready, go to extraction. Another job well executed. You must provide cover for a lone Tenno operative. Set off the alarms and keep the infested busy. The infested are releasing toxic spores into the area. The emergency life support I am delivering is your only chance for survival. Life support has been replenished. Tenno, prepare for life support. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Life support incoming. Life support activated. Another life support capsule is now available. Get ready for a capsule. Additional life support has arrived. The raid is off to a successful start. When you are ready, go to extraction. Another job well executed. Life support on the way.